right, go ahead.
All right. So the first thing I want you all to do is imagine that you're standing on the side of a road. You hear a distant purr, and then that purr turns into a rumble. And shortly after that, you see a gleaming piece of metal on glorious rim tires zoom by you. After you rub the stars from your eyes, you realize it's a candy apple red 2013 Mustang GT, and it's temporarily blinded you with its brilliance. That's okay, go ahead, drool a little, and you can gape. And you have now been cursed with a condition known as envy that many Americans now deal with. You have become one among the many American citizens who have coveted another person's Ford Mustang. It's a car loved for its versatility, its outstanding qualities, and its variety, and it's been inspiring jealousy in Mustang-less Americans for decades. One of the first benefits of owning a Mustang, because I think you would all enjoy owning one, is that it fits your personal needs and desires. You can use it as a performance car, so if you're interested, you can use it for multiple different things. So you can use it like as a performance car. And Mustangs were actually, whenever they were created, according to MediaFord.com, Mustangs were created in the 60s actually for the original purpose of racing. And also, according to MediaFord.com, it still dominates the racing scene. So it's a really great car for racing, and a lot of the cars are actually pace cars, and they are really great for racing. And then also, you can have it as an everyday sports car. When I was 16, I really wanted to get the car of my dreams, and I wanted to get a car that was also reasonable for my lifestyle. And whenever I got my black 2007 V6, it pretty much covered both of those. And 4 years later, after owning it, I love it more than the day I bought it. And it can go casual. If you've ever driven around like Edwardsville, Glen Carbon, you've seen Mustangs. You'll see them in residential areas, either being lovingly displayed in a driveway or being driven down the street. So not only is the Mustang versatile and can satisfy all your wants and needs, but you can also, it also has first-rate qualities, which will make you never want to own another car again. So that's actually one of the racing cars. That Mustangs, one of the wonderful things about them is that they get more horsepower for less miles per gallon, or for more miles per gallon. So a lot of times with muscle cars or cars with a lot of power, one of the problems that you have is really bad fuel efficiency. But thankfully for us college students who want to be thrill seekers but at the same time not waste a whole lot of money, they get pretty good horsepower for pretty good miles per gallon. So actually, according to Ford.com and FuelEconomy.gov, the 2013 Mustang V6 gets an average of 305 net horsepowers at 6,500 RPM, and the average miles per gallon for a V6, whether it's manual or automatic, is about 19 city miles per gallon, and then 30 on the highway, which is actually pretty good. So if you check out FuelEconomy.gov, you will see like Camaros and Chargers and Challengers, and they don't do so well. But so it's also, another thing about the Mustang is that it's a perfect option of stylish transportation. So the interiors are designed for comfort. They're not like, for some sports cars, one of the things you'll notice is they're two-door most of the time, and they're not always that comfortable. So if you have people you want to cram in your back seat, it's not always so fun for them. But they're actually designed for comfort, and it's good for us commuters. So whether you're commuting and you have to drive 15 minutes every morning, it makes the drive a lot more pleasant. And if you have to drive home and it's, say, a couple-hour drive, you can sit in your car for all those hours and it doesn't get uncomfortable. So that's really nice about it. And also, one of the things that you should know about is if you drive a nice car, it makes a lot of difference in how you feel about yourself. So I think all of you could answer this pretty confidently, but if you were to drive up to a party, would you rather be driving up in a 1993 Camry Toyota Camry, or a 1977 Oldsmobile or would you rather pull up in a 2013 Mustang? Personally, I'd rather pull up in a 2013 Mustang, but maybe that's just me. So you have fine qualities that make the Mustang a really comfortable and confident car. So it's made with your confidence and your comfort in mind, and it's also very versatile. But these aren't the only benefits. Another thing about the Mustang is it comes in a lot of varieties. So you can go, two of the things that you can look for in a Mustang whenever you're picking, because of what a lot of car lovers have problems with, is they have different tastes and they want to pick a different kind of car. But the good thing about Mustangs is you can look at the different types, and you can also look at different years. And there are a lot of different types of Mustangs, so it can satisfy just about any car lover's wants or needs. Some of the different types that entail different variations of luxury and engine capacity are the GT500, the Shelby GT500, which is pretty much like the muscle car. But the only problem is it's not very fuel efficient. It's just kind of like a good old muscle car, and will waste plenty of gas, but it's really awesome, and you can hear it, you know, a couple miles down the road before it gets to you. And it's gonna definitely grab people's attention. But if you don't want to waste so much gas and you want to get attention still, or actually, this is the V6, which is pretty much the most fuel efficient of the engines. It's a 6-cylinder engine, and that's what I have, and it's really good because it wastes less gas, but it's still a really nice looking car, and it'll still get admiring glances wherever you drive it. And it's best for us poor college kids who have less money to spend on gas, but it's still a really nice car. And then there's also the GT, which is a really nice car. That's actually a really souped up version of the GT, but it's super nice, and it is a great car to drive. It's kind of right in the middle for fuel efficiency. And I have a neighbor who has one, and she lives all the way down the street, and I can hear her pull into her driveway every single time. It's so loud. But it's a really nice car. So, and then the other thing you can look at, whether you like vintage or modern, you can look at the different years. So there are 5 different generations of Mustangs, and the first was created around between the 60s and the 70s, and then the second generation, so that's like your classic vintage when you think of a vintage Mustang. And then there's a second generation, which isn't too much different, but the third is kind of like the car you would expect to see in the 80s. Kind of boxy, it's my least favorite. So this is the first generation, kind of like the first Mustang that was created. And that is the second. It doesn't look too much different. But the third is my least favorite. And then the fourth is kind of like a more pointy kind of car. You'd see it in the 90s up until 2004. And then from 2005 to the present, you have the 5th generation, which is my personal favorite. So each generation provides a different taste of the Ford industry, and you can pick out of these generations for depending on your taste, what you like, and it's really nice because you can get a car that fits your personal wants. So whether it's versatility, quality, or uniqueness that you're interested in, Ford is pretty much, a Ford Mustang is perfect for you. So when you're looking for a car, you know that you should probably choose a Mustang because of these 3 items. There are also many other reasons, but for me, when I was looking for a car, I knew exactly what I wanted. As long as I got a Mustang, I was happy. So you might ask why, but for me, ever since I was a kid, it was always my favorite car. And then I did some research on it, and I found out that other people had fallen in love with it for more than just looks. It's loved for its versatility, its uniqueness, and its variety, as well as its finer qualities. And I was a car junkie on a mission. So if you join the masses of Mustang lovers and you buy yourself a Mustang, you'll find out for yourself why the Mustang is the perfect car to own, and you'll never want another one again, or another kind of car again.